For me, it's been kind of eye-opening what Heroku can do. I only knew it as mobile apps. Like, if you're building a mobile app, think about Heroku. That is one part of what it can do. There's so many more use cases that Heroku has kind of blown my mind of like, we need to talk about this a little bit differently, like creating workflows that maybe could have taken you months, and organizations might be struggling with this for years, and then we have one conversation, it's like, you can build this and we can get this deployed to you in a couple weeks, and it really adds a ton of business value. Hi, I'm Chelsea Wolcott, Alliances Manager, LaunchPad Lab.
Hi, I'm Ryan Francis, Partner and President at LaunchPad Lab. We started LaunchPad Lab back in 2012, and our vision was really to bridge this gap that I think exists between business and technology. What we found was that a lot of businesses struggled with building the right technology, the right solutions. So we really gravitated to, as being both developers and also having good business acumen, we gravitated to the client services side of how do we work with clients to really understand their problems and then subsequently build the right product. Heroku is huge for us standing out. I mean, when we work with our clients, they're looking to get to business outcomes. They're looking to build software that ultimately helps their business run more efficiently, that helps improve their customer experience. So being able to bring those products to market really fast delivers more value for our customers. So for us, using Heroku is really about driving value to our clients as fast as we can.
So when you think about Heroku and coming from Salesforce, everything in Salesforce is like real-time everything. And how do you get to the outcome as quick as possible? And Heroku does that exact same thing, just on the development side. People think about mobile apps. There are so many other use cases for Heroku that aren't commonly talked about that we can see it really quickly and be able to bring that value to the clients. So I think when you think about how Salesforce goes to market with speed and real like time to value on that, Heroku does the exact same thing on the dev side.
We have clients who don't have Heroku, and for those clients we typically see about a 2 to 3x increase in timelines. When I think about delivering products for clients, it's hard enough to build the actual product, it's hard enough to get the application experience right, to get the data right, to also have to deal with and manage DevOps and all the infrastructure side of things. It's just unnecessary complexity. It creates a lot of extra steps in the process. We have projects where we haven't used Heroku that will take a year or so to build, where if we built them on Heroku, it'd be 6 months, maybe 4 months. There are really, in my mind, like 3 areas where Heroku adds significant value to our customers. The first is speed, and that's about reducing the amount of work you have to do to get a technology out the door, so to build some type of application. Not having to do DevOps definitely improves the speed. The second is risk. When you take on the work of doing infrastructure management, you're taking on a lot of risk. You're hoping that your DevOps people are going to be successful in that and are going to be successful at not only standing up an architecture that will scale, but that will be secure. With Heroku, they have some of the best DevOps people in the world working on that problem. And I haven't often seen businesses have as good of a DevOps team that can actually reach that level of security and stability and scalability that you get with Heroku. The third thing I would say is innovation. So when you think about a business who's going to compete in this day and age, you have to be able to innovate, and you have to be able to innovate rapidly. I view every business as a technology business at some level now. So having Heroku in your toolkit to build new innovative workflows, experiences, projects, I think is table stakes to really stay ahead and beat out competitors right now.
What I would add is it feels like a community of builders, and I think with that, it's like that better, never best, always improving on it. And I also think with that comes not a lot of ego. And I think that is really interesting, especially when you're at an event like a world tour where there's tons of people and you come over and these folks just want to learn what are you trying to solve and how can we get in there and figure it out with you. It isn't, hey, you need to talk to these 5 people in order to have a conversation with me. It's like, let's roll up our sleeves and figure this out. So we're excited about the upcoming partner launch. One of the things that if you go on the App Exchange, like being able to see what are some of the reviews of some of the SIs that are doing work in the Heroku space, being able to like relaunch that and showcase what LaunchPad Lab is doing with Heroku and some of the unique propositions that we have and just like what are some of the challenges that we've solved for clients. Being able to highlight that is really exciting. And I just like the emphasis on Heroku again. There's been a lot of investment from Salesforce in the last year or so. They've been kind of quietly upgrading the tech to do kind of a big launch, and you can definitely feel that that's what we're going towards.
I'm really excited about the partner launch because it gives, I think it gives partners like us the opportunity to show how much we've done in the platform and really just how much we've learned and been able to add value to businesses using Heroku. So having those like Heroku certifications, just like we do with Salesforce certifications, builds that comfort and confidence for our clients in engaging with us. I am a very big Heroku fan. Part of the reason for that is when I became a developer, it helped me feel like I could do this, I could be a developer. And I think what I've realized over time is it's not just a place you start at, it's a place you scale at and stay at. Because I have not had a single client that's outgrown Heroku. I think sometimes there's this kind of misnomer that, oh, you're eventually gonna outgrow Heroku and move to AWS or something like that. I haven't seen that to be the case. In my experience, as you scale, it's even more valuable to be on Heroku because you can quickly kind of iterate and improve the product. You can quickly handle burst demand, and it's got the stability. We have not had issues with Heroku, and we've been running on it since 2012.
There's been a lot of, obviously, technology changes and releases and things that have come out that we could have changed course, but we haven't, because it's been really consistent for our clients. Like you mentioned, our development team loves working on it, and that is the interesting part, because even coming in to World Tour here, someone had said, oh yeah, they used Heroku to start and then moved to AWS, but as you said, that is not necessarily the case, and once you start working on it, you realize how valuable it is, and then you can take some of those resources and put it towards something else, because you know that working on Heroku is going to be consistent and you're not going to have to worry about it.